iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yes, sir.
Bridgewater on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He got 29 yards that time. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Get wide now. Go Delta.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. So that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 18. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Kamara. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Pulled in at the 24. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Bridgewater, throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He gets it to Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans! Michael Thomas with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Detroit getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here's Kamara, try to run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Riddick with a carry. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, He looked like one of those guys.
Delta. Go Delta.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 50 yards. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They might think about going for it here, but it's still just the 2nd quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Stafford. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete as well. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
No, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. First down, Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. On third down, Bridgewater. He is going to find Hill here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing is Bridgewater. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Agnew. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Detroit. 87 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Riddick, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Second down, Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Throwing, Bridgewater, underneath for Johnson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
A give. This is Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Riddick. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Kerryon Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. A nice little juke. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, it's Stafford. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They go play action here on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
To throw on second down to Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and it certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Stafford now on second down. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right at the 35. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning.
A breakaway from Michael Thomas. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A very solid gain of 27. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Bridgewater on first down. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. Bridgewater now on second down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Third and long for Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And Detroit getting set to go now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Got an open man. It's Rattler. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Stafford here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up the first down.
And he locates Luke Wilson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for a Lions first. On 1st and 10, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. Had a nice broken tackle and then brought down right around the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Alex Okafor in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun. Stafford, he's going to air one out. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Saints will have the football back. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll set up to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Saints on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Airing it out deep for Smith. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Alex Okafor in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, Stafford going for the deep ball. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Back to throw, Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. His throw incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now it's Stafford. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
It's caught. Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. As they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. That's pulled in at the 32. Wow, evasive.
Make them miss.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be corralled midfield right around the 40-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Saints, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Detroit, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.